there's a reason the modern farmhouse aesthetic resonates so deeply with people today. It's more than design, it's a feeling. A feeling of home, of warmth, of connection to the past with a clear eye on the future. This is where rustic charm meets sleek sophistication, creating a space both grounded and aspirational. The farmhouse style draws from a time when homes were built with purpose and permanence. Thick beams, weathered wood, and practical layouts defined early American homesteads. The modern evolution honors these roots by preserving simplicity and authenticity while refining comfort, proportion, and aesthetic. A key element of the farmhouse ideal is its relationship to the land. These homes feel integrated into the landscape, whether surrounded by golden fields, lush forests, or rolling hills. Modern designs maintain this bond with nature through expansive windows, wraparound porches, and natural materials. Farmhouses have always emphasized function. Today, that function is layered with elegance. Sliding barn doors are now soft close, and utility sinks pair with marble countertops. It's about enhancing the practical with the beautiful, ensuring every choice serves a purpose and tells a story. heart of the modern farmhouse is its open-plan layout. These flowing spaces keep families connected, whether it's cooking dinner, helping with homework, or hosting friends. Walls are minimized, and rooms are united by exposed beams, consistent flooring, and a warm color palette. Color in a modern farmhouse is grounded, think soft whites, weathered grays, and warm taupes. Accents in matte black or rustic brass add depth and contrast. This restrained palette draws from the natural world and creates a serene, timeless atmosphere throughout the home. More than color, texture plays a starring role. Rough sawnwood beams, hand-troweled plaster, smooth concrete countertops, these materials evoke a tactile memory of craftsmanship. They remind us that hands once shaped the spaces we now inhabit with ease and grace. A modern farmhouse kitchen is expansive yet intimate. It blends professional-grade appliances with open shelving, vintage lighting, and generous islands perfect for gatherings. It's a place for sourdough starters, morning coffee, and stories told over dinner, all under a soaring vaulted ceiling. From sliding barn doors to repurposed timber trusses, the barn's DNA is deeply embedded in this style. Today, these elements are refined. Doors glide silently, and reclaimed wood is sealed for longevity. These thoughtful details bridge old and new with effortless beauty. Farmhouse living rooms are spaces of comfort and conversation. Oversized linen sofas, a stone fireplace, and layered rugs invite long afternoons and late-night talks. Tall ceilings and ample light make even the most rustic features feel modern and refined. Wabi-sabi and farmhouse style are kindred spirits. Scratches in the floor, patina on the hardware, a crackle in the glaze, these signs of life are welcomed, not hidden. They lend soul to a home and celebrate the beauty of age and use. In a modern farmhouse, the bedroom is a sanctuary. Canopy beds with linen drapes, shiplap walls in soft hues, and antique side tables create a calming haven. It's a space to rest and reflect, bathed in morning light and evening calm. Freestanding tubs, cross-handle faucets, and marble-topped vanities merge with radiant floors and backlit mirrors. These bathrooms retain the farmhouse's vintage character while integrating spa-like comfort, proving that luxury and nostalgia can happily coexist. No farmhouse is complete without a porch. Whether it's a front stoop for neighborly chats or a back deck for sunset views, the porch connects indoors and out. Modern touches like built-in benches and weatherproof speakers extend its comfort through the seasons. A fireplace in a modern farmhouse isn't just a feature, it's a focal point. Whether clad in stone or steel, it grounds the open concept with warmth and presence. Fireplaces honor the hearth as the historic heart of the home, reimagined for today's lifestyles. Rather than matching sets, farmhouse interiors favor a curated, layered approach. A vintage dining table pairs with modern spindleback chairs. A tufted sofa rests across from a salvaged wood coffee table. The result is a home that feels grown, not bought. From iron pendants over the island to glass sconces in the hallway, farmhouse lighting blends utility with drama. Edison bulbs, lantern styles, and rustic metals echo the past while smart controls and LED tech embrace the future. Mudrooms, pantries, and laundry nooks are reimagined with care. Shaker cabinetry, brick flooring, and apron sinks add charm, while built-in cubbies, storage benches, and durable finishes keep these workhorse spaces as beautiful as they are useful. Large windows and French doors blur the line between inside and out. Whether it's a leafy garden or a distant mountain, the view becomes part of the design. Clear-story windows and skylights bathe the home in daylight from all angles. Today's farmhouse isn't just about style, it's also about stewardship. Solar panels, reclaimed materials, energy-efficient appliances, and passive design strategies ensure these homes are as responsible as they are beautiful, marrying heritage values with modern environmental ethics. One defining silhouette of the farmhouse is the steep gable roof. It's iconic, practical, and deeply symbolic. Inside, it allows for dramatic vaulted ceilings. Outside, it echoes the classic barns of yesteryear while providing a striking, familiar profile. Exterior spaces extend the home's harmony. Gravel paths, native grasses, raised garden beds, and post and rail fences frame the property with an informal elegance. Landscape and structure speak the same language, grounded in place and purpose. Even the garage in a modern farmhouse gets thoughtful design. Often detached or styled as a carriage house, it may double as a workshop or guest quarters. Matching siding and barn-style doors help it blend seamlessly with the home's architecture. It's the small moments, a weathered brass doorbell, hand-forged cabinet pulls, a custom stair rail, that elevate a modern farmhouse. These artisan details tell stories, echo traditions, and remind us that quality never goes out of style. Modern farmhouses are often envisioned as legacy homes, places where families grow, traditions are built, and memories are made. With timeless design and thoughtful construction, these homes are built to be passed down through generations. This aesthetic isn't limited to rural settings. In cities and suburbs, the farmhouse spirit finds new expression. Blackboard and batten siding, steel windows, and crisp lines reinterpret the country aesthetic for contemporary environments. The warmth of a farmhouse often invites community. Whether through a long farm table for shared meals or a porch swing for impromptu chats, these homes naturally foster connection. Architecture becomes a conduit for togetherness. What sets the modern farmhouse apart is its adaptability. It honors its past while embracing innovation. Whether through solar arrays or modular construction, it remains open to evolution, just like the families who live within it. There's no one-size-fits-all farmhouse. Some are bold and graphic, others are soft and weathered. What matters is the harmony it creates between old and new, tradition and technology, simplicity and sophistication. The modern farmhouse is more than a style, it's a way of living that honors the past while welcoming the present. It's where craftsmanship meets comfort, where history informs innovation. In this space, we rediscover the essence of home, a place to gather, grow, and simply be.